Hey, it's Andrew here from the Revisionist Almanac. All the voting polls for our six categories featured on our 1954 episode have officially closed, and we're ready to reveal the winners, who will officially be entered into the Almanac. I want to first thank our guest, VP Morris, for joining Adam and myself on the episode. She brought so much energy and cinema knowledge, and she will actually be making a second guest appearance in October when we tackle the year 2015 with Spotlight winning Best Picture that year. We can't wait to have V back. And if you loved listening to V on our show, be sure to check the link in the description where we will have a direct link to her website so you can check out and purchase some of the books she's written. On to the voting. This episode was the first of the three we've done so far where Adam, the guest, and I did not unanimously agree on a single actual winner at that year's Academy Awards ceremony. So all six categories did indeed go to a social media vote. Up first was Best Supporting Actress, which was a two-person race between Eva Marie Saint from On the Waterfront and Thelma Ritter from Rear Window. Thelma Ritter surprisingly dominated the vote on TikTok, capturing that younger demographic, but Eva Marie Saint carried the Instagram polls, the Twitter poll, and the Threads poll, and she did end up with 59.38% of the total vote and became the first actual Best Supporting Actress Oscar winner to enter the Almanac as the revised winner. Eva Marie Saint joins Laura Linney from The Truman Show and Helena Bonham Carter from The King's Speech as the Supporting Actress Almanac members. Moving over to Best Supporting Actor, we had four men battling it out. The actual Oscar winner, Edmund O'Brien from The Barefoot Contessa, Takashi Shimura, and Toshiro Mifune from Seven Samurai, and James Mason from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The question with this category would be whether the two Seven Samurai actors would end up canceling each other out, or if they would collectively grab the majority of the votes. The answer to that question was indeed the latter. Across all social media platforms, Shimura and Mifune pulled 91.23% of the total vote, leaving O'Brien and Mason completely dead in the water. It was Toshiro Mifune, though, that separated from his Seven Samurai compatriot, winning this category and nabbing 52.63% of the total vote. Mifune now joins Christian Bale of The Fighter and John Goodman of The Big Lebowski as Almanac members in the Best Supporting Actor category. Up next was the Best Actress category, pitting three icons against each other. We had Grace Kelly in The Country Girl, who won the Oscar that year, Audrey Hepburn in Sabrina, and Judy Garland in A Star is Born. The question a lot of us had when it came to Grace Kelly would be how much support she actually drew for this role, or if she would struggle because she didn't receive a nomination for perhaps two of her more prominent roles in 1954, Rear Window and Dial M for Murder. That did end up unfortunately being the case, as Kelly only finished with 18.31% of the total vote. This left Hepburn and Garland, who closely fought on two fronts, Twitter and Threads, but it was Instagram that proved the difference, putting Audrey Hepburn ahead with 47.89% of the total vote compared to 33.8% for Garland. With this revised win, Audrey Hepburn enters the Almanac as a Best Actress winner, alongside Cate Blanchett and Natalie Portman from our 1998 and 2010 episodes. Now, when it comes to Grace Kelly, don't feel too badly for her. It's worth remembering she did get an honorary Revisionist Almanac award named in her honor, which we will be giving out every episode for the actress who has the best cumulative body of work in a given year. And Grace Kelly herself was the winner of this award for 1954. Transitioning over to the Best Actor category, we had three giants of the screen entering the ring to compete for social media supremacy. Voters were able to choose from Humphrey Bogart in The Cane Mutiny, Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront, or James Stewart in Rear Window. Brando and James Stewart were even on the voters from our Instagram story, but it was Twitter that made the difference in this category, tipping the scales for Brando. The On the Waterfront actor finished with 55.26% of the votes, and just like Eva Marie Saint in the Supporting Actors category, the voters determined that the Oscars got this category correct. Marlon Brando joins our esteemed Best Actor Almanac chapter next to Jesse Eisenberg for 2010's The Social Network and Jim Carrey for 1998's The Truman Show. We are up to the Best Director category now. Thanks to V for throwing a little bit of a curveball with her selection of Jack Arnold from Creature from the Black Lagoon. There were 4 options for the voters to choose from. In addition to Arnold, we had Ilya Kazan, who won the Oscar for On the Waterfront, as well as Alfred Hitchcock for Rear Window, and Akira Kurosawa for Seven Samurai. Sadly for V and Jack Arnold, he wasn't able to make much of a dent in the voting, and the same surprisingly goes for Ilya Kazan, who only scored at 9.3% of the total vote. This just left Hitchcock and Kurosawa to duel it out. They were razor thin on the votes across all 4 social media platforms, but Instagram helped propel Hitchcock to the close win with a total of 45.35% of the votes, compared to just 38.37% for Kurosawa. Even though Hitchcock never actually won an Oscar for Best Director at the Academy Awards ceremonies, he has been recognized by our voters and enters the Almanac as the revised winner, joining Steven Spielberg for Saving Private Ryan and Christopher Nolan for Inception. Now that's one hell of a director class already, just 3 episodes in. Now it's time to get to the big one, our Best Picture for 1954. Voters had 3 classic films to choose from and vote towards. You had On the Waterfront, Rear Window, and Seven Samurai. Now, this was the closest Best Picture vote of our 3 episodes so far, which proved that all 3 of these films are remembered fondly, and any of them winning would have been a deserving inclusion in the Almanac. The final score, though, had Rear Window in 3rd place with 26.92% of the vote. On the Waterfront in 2nd place with 30.77%, and your 1954 Best Picture revised winner is Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, which scored 42.31% of the total vote. Seven Samurai is the newest Best Picture revised winner, going alongside Saving Private Ryan in 1998 and Inception in 2010. I just want to thank everyone that took part in the voting process, whichever social media platforms you used. Just a reminder, you can find and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and TikTok at RevAlmanac, where the voting takes place each month. The more places you follow us, the more opportunities you will have to vote for the actors, the directors, and the films you're passionate about. Now, this concludes our 1954 episode cycle, but on the way next is our 4th episode on the year 2011, where we are joined by Grant Z from Best Picture Cast and Worst Picture Cast. Did Adam, Grant, and I agree with the actual winners, such as The Artist, Christopher Plummer, and Octavia Spencer? Or did we bring other nominees to the table? You're just going to have to wait and give that episode a listen and find out. Until next time, thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.